Hey guys, welcome back to Wilderness Springs. Really focused on Enchanted Forest right now. I got the carousel in. A lot of you guys have been mentioning like you needed a grand carousel in Enchanted Forest. The land was just screaming for one. So we've got one kind of right here in the main little thoroughfare in front of the wishing tree and the waterfalls. But more so what I'm more interested in now is how we've moved the Phantom Manor over in to Enchanted Forest. And I swear, like, I still take that guy's comment to heart that said probably a year ago when the dude was like, man, like Wilderness Springs, it's like you have to run a marathon to get anywhere. He's like, you have paths everywhere, but they're miles long. And then I really think, like I said, I kind of took that to heart and I was like, you know, this guy is kind of right. I don't think I've ever seen him comment again. But when he commented that, you know, he was saying these paths spread like all the way back here before you get to an attraction or before you run up on a restaurant or a set of bathrooms. And I think kind of coming in now and doing what we've been able to do here, it just makes everything so much more believable. Like where the rides are, you know, they're sensibly spaced out now, is the simplest way I can put it. And it feels like everything is spaced out more naturally now. You're not on these very long hikes to get to different parts of the lands. It is, I just think it's coming together really well and good. You know, shout out to all you guys about the carousel. I think that looks great here. Did a little bit of new work to the entrance archway as well. Added in some of those frontier blueprints they put on the workshop for us, and then also too, like we said, brought in Phantom Manor from across the park, brought it over here. Obviously now it's not going to have the Grizzly Valley, more rustic, Western vibe. We are going more for a sorcery vibe. And I thought it would be cool. Up here on this second balcony, you have, kind of like the sister and brother dueling it out up here. And that's kind of like, I thought it would be a fun story to run with. Like, this is their emporium and they have all kinds of mystical items and antiques and things that they've both collected, and they fight over who gets what room and who stores what where, who gets to keep certain items and who has to make space for all the different rooms. I was thinking of having like a Nordic room that you'll go in, and just like maybe a pirate room. The brother is really big on collecting pirate artifacts. You know, maybe we could do something cool like pretending like it's raining inside that room, or you like the vehicle is gonna move you in to like this treasure room that's all pirate themed, and the brother and sister are like, you're in the middle of their kind of battle over space inside of the Emporium, inside of their mansion here that was left to them by their parents, who also traveled the world collecting all kinds of rare artifacts. And, you know, I figured up here, at certain times of day, you could see the brother and sister kind of dueling it out up here on this upper balcony. So not only, you know, the show would almost start right before you even get in the queue, you know, a few times a day, you could watch the wizard duel play out up on the manor as you're making your way into the queue line, which is gonna, you know, make it, it's actually, you're gonna enter the show building through the back of the manor, and you know, the ride vehicles and the actual show building will be back here. And I promise now I'm not gonna move this again. I love this story and this you know, this presentation just way too much now to move it. So I promise the next time you see a video from me, there will be vehicles on the ground and we will be trying to put together the actual dark ride. And big shout out to shout out to Jonty from Geekism. He was kind of giving me some tips today about, I was like, I'm really ready to start the ride now. And he's like, just remember, start with the interior and the ride and the rooms first. Don't start with the roof. Start on the ground and work your way up. And then when everything is ready to go and the rooms are ready to go and it's how you like it, then work on exterior walls and lastly, the roof. And, I told him, I'm like, I've totally been doing this backwards. I always start with the roof first and kind of want to make sure it's dark inside. And I always end up abandoning my dark rides. But I think this go around, I'm going to listen to Geekism, and we are going to start from the ground up and not try to roof this thing in, right from the beginning. So we'll go ahead and give it a try this time and see if I can make something happen with it. You'll also notice I've scattered some little blueprints around the land as well. Just kind of adding some little touches here and there. I even did it over here at Toad Bottom. If you make your way over here, see we've got like this little area now, this little shop house right here on the edge. I think just adds a lot more character. Then of course our little ride. And even when you're entering in from the Grizzly Valley area, I put a little facade over here in this little entrance as well, because remember, we still wanted the land to have its 4 access points. So you've got the access point from Grizzly Valley, you've got the access point right past Barnstormer, kind of like leaving the Main Street area, and then you will also have this is kind of like a little tunnel that I borrowed from Hidden Hollow. So you're actually going to have a little exit here that's going to take you over into Rivertown Junction out the back way. So I didn't want to cap the land off back here and not have anywhere for anybody to go, or it kind of, stack up right here with people exiting the ride. And also trying to get in the ride. So you're actually going to have a little area that you'll completely be able to leave Enchanted Forest. Or if you just wanted to take a shortcut through here and you're not going in the manor at all, you'll be able to pivot off to the left and kind of make your way out of the land. I still got to come up with a name and put a little sign out here, but that's what I want you guys to think, like sorcery, a wizard and a sorceress, brother and sister, but this is their antique shop / emporium that they are forever fighting over space inside of. So I think we can run with a pretty cool story on that. And yeah, just like I said, your all suggestions for the little grand carousel out here, I think just looks awesome. A lot of you at first might have thought that it kind of might clog up the land a little bit right there, but I just think it adds so much more character, and even brought kind of like the manor's pathwork out here and connected it up. I think that is a really good little transition point back there to the manor. And you can kind of, if you were in a car, or if you were in the monorail, you could pass by, you will see the manor. So yeah, that is just really has gotten me back. This has so gotten me back into this park, just reevaluating this area. Well, and two, we've got to hand it to Timberwolf's Revenge. Bringing that back is really kind of what got me back into Planet Coaster 2 over my little hiatus. If you guys are just catching up right now and you've not watched the previous episode, we brought back Timberwolf's Revenge, and it is a part of Grizzly Valley now. So it's kind of the sister coaster to Grizzly Peak Expedition. And I've got some construction walls up right here because I'm still kind of trying to work on where we want the layout to start. But the new land on the other side of Grizzly Valley is going to be Rivertown Junction. So we were thinking about having not only a river raft ride over here, but also maybe a water coaster, to kind of help with the park's ride count. But yeah, I am just freaking stoked with how this little area came out. Looks really awesome in the snow as well. Let me show you that real quick. Let's let it snow just a little on us here. Whoops. I love this shot right here. We're starting to get covered a little bit. And remember, the with the update today, the little hot fix, you'll notice the paths are getting more snow on them now, which is really, really cool. And this is, no matter what time of year you are back here, this is, I just think this just looks killer. Yeah, definitely looks a lot better with the path being a little more covered in snow now. Because it just kind of looked a little off where the paths were staying completely clear when everything else had snow. Now I think it looks a lot more believable. Yeah, this is cool. You know, another thing, like we said, though, we would really like them to work on is need to get some snow plows and some salt trucks out here on the highway, is to lastly make it to where we can make sure the snow, you know, actually even looking at it like this, they've tweaked the thickness of the snow. Remember how before it snowed so hard you almost couldn't see out in front of you? They have they've thinned that out a little bit. Looks really, really good. I like that. But what we were saying is getting it to not disappear so quick. That is, you know, something that we might have to kind of work on and hold out for, because the snow definitely disappears very, very quick. It's like you can't enjoy it without it not snowing. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I'll come at you again with a Saturday at the Springs. We will maybe jump in here and try to get you a little, if I have enough done, get you a little preview maybe of the loading area and, you know, what we're going to do with that and kind of how we're going to shape that story in those first rooms. But yeah, I am just, I am fully back in this now and can't wait to actually get you guys the real ride started on. So anyways, yeah, just as always, let me know what you guys think. I just love hearing your thoughts on when we add things to the park, and it's such a mixed bag because, you know, I'll do stuff and people will think it's awesome. Well, then, like, before they even know it, or they're commenting on the video and I've already deleted what they said looks awesome. So, you know, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So hopefully you guys enjoy this and are still enjoying this series. I know there's a lot of you that are like, is this dude ever going to go on to something else? Like, I am tired of this park. But it's just kind of what interests me right now. It's just what's keeping me in the game. So I'm just kind of still rolling with it. But anyways, guys, yeah, as I said, let me know what you think down below, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.